So today we start our first video of this class. Module 1, Introduction to Algorithms. Part A, Aspects and the Power of Algorithms. In Part A, I need to use several videos, 4 or 5, to cover the whole class. The first 2 videos I will use to explain the syllabus. I have posted the syllabus, but I need to give you a lot of explanation. So I will use 2 videos, about half of the class, to explain the details in the syllabus. So here you can see 8.0.1, because it is not the content of the class. Okay, so I use A0. For the content, I will use 8.1, 8.2, 8.3, right? But here, because this part is not the content of the class, the teaching content, A0.1.2. So I have 2 videos. Overview, homework, and quizzes part. All right, so let's start. First, basic info and prerequisite. So I just go through item by item of the syllabus. Basic info, so you can see from the syllabus, here I give you the office hour time. So each week you get 3 hours. Every week, plenty of time. 3 hours in these 3 days, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, from 4 to 5, 1 hour each day. Last semester, not many students came to my office hours. So not many. Usually 2 or 3 weeks, 1 student came, in that frequency. So you can see, So I encourage you come to my office hours to ask questions. Okay? So the Zoom ID, my Zoom ID, so you use this one. So if you use your UMSL account, UMSL Zoom account, so you can get into my Zoom room directly. But if you use your personal account, I need to click the admit button. So when I see someone tries to get in, and if I see that admit button, I need to click it. So that's the difference. Okay. All right. And here I give you my cell phone number. So usually I put my office phone number, but at this time I cannot go to my office, my UMSL office. So I cannot go there. So if I use that phone number, you can never reach me. So that is not very convenient. So I just put my cell phone number. Okay. So last semester, only 1 student used my cell phone number. I can understand most of you do not like to, reach me through a cell phone. But it's okay. So if you need to get very fast response, so then you can text me. But if it's not that urgent, then you send me email. Email, because the response time can vary, sometimes fast, sometimes slow. Okay. But immediate response, you can text me. So don't worry, just text me. Yeah. But if you call me directly, then because usually if I cannot recognize the phone number, I treat as the spam. So many times I do not accept, So that's why if you want to reach me, texting me is the best way. So after I see it, I know, oh, it's my student, so I should talk to you immediately. Okay? All right, so that's the cell phone. Yeah. Then email. Yeah. So you can send me to this mailbox, but I like you to use a better way than this. Yeah. When you need to ask me questions. Okay? Yeah. A better way than sending to my email is through Canvas. In Canvas, you can send me messages, right? Through Canvas, you can send me messages. So in Canvas, I have a inbox, so message mail inbox. Yeah. The reason it is better is because there is no garbage mails, only student mails in that inbox. So I have 3 classes. So when I go the inbox of my Canvas, I know which class you are in, right? So then I can answer your questions quickly. Yeah. But if you use my UMSL email, still okay, yeah, but not as good as the Canvas way. The reason is this. First, in UMSL mailbox, there are many garbage mails. Okay? So I need to find your message through, many garbage mails. So it could happen. So I may miss your message sometimes. Yeah. So that's one drawback. Another drawback is I cannot see which class you are from, because many times the students, they do not tell me which class. So I need to go to my Canvas student list to find your names, which class you are in. Yeah. Because sometimes the student asks me general questions, not, if you ask me related to some specific content, then I know which class you are in. But if sometimes students ask me very general question, okay? So what is the due date of homework 1? So then I need to know which class you are in, right? So for the general question like that, I need to know your class, okay? Yeah, so things like that, yeah. All right, yeah, so that's the basic information. Then the prerequisite for this class. Yeah. So I hope you satisfy all these prerequisites. Yeah. So but here you can see we use knowledge from CS 2250, data structure, C++, the second class. Also, we use calculus knowledge. We need to find the derivative, integrals, summations, logs. So we need to use a lot of knowledge like that. Okay? And also we need to use a lot of discrete math concepts, methods. For example, mathematical induction. Right? Pretty hard, right? Yeah. So in your discrete math, think about if you can use the mathematical induction to prove some math formula. Okay? Yeah. So all the knowledge from these 2 courses, very important. for this class. Yeah. So, all right, yeah. So let's go to the next slide. Textbook, homework, projects, and quizzes. Yeah. First, the textbook. Yeah. So this is the textbook. Okay? Yeah. So I think you can get it easily. Yeah. Yeah. So you will, solve the problem by yourself. Yeah. But here I just tell you, in my notes, when I cover a topic or when I give some formulas, I will tell you what chapter, what section, what page in the textbook. Yeah. So many times I will give you that reference. So then when you study the material, so you can go back to the textbook to try to get a little more information. Yeah. Here in my notes, I basically do this. I digest the material for you. Also, I provide a lot of background information. Okay, and I use many different views to explain the concepts. Okay, yeah. So not exactly the same as the presentation in the textbook. Actually, it's quite different. Okay, so that means do not use the textbook to replace the notes. Okay, yeah. Try to follow the notes closely. Okay, yeah. All right. Coursework and grading policies. First, the coursework part. Homework assignments. Here, I just give you 2 homework assignments, each one 12%. Yeah. Because later you will see we have 2 tests. 2 tests. 1 midterm, 1 final. So the 2 homework mainly prepare for 2 tests. Homework 1 preparing you for midterm test. Homework assignment 2 preparing you for final. For the regular class, usually I give 3 tests. So in that situation, I will give you 3 homework assignments. So here you can see we cut the test number and the homework assignment number. Yeah. The reason I think you can understand easily because online course cannot reach the same standard as the regular class, in classroom, face to face. Yeah. So for that reason, so we have to make some adjustment. Yeah. But I try to maintain the same standard. So we cover the material also close, the difficulty of the questions also very close. Yeah. Yeah. But you will see online, version, online course, usually very hard to match the same standard as the regular classes. Yeah. Yeah. All right. So that's the homework assignment part. Regarding the questions in each assignment, I use this way. Okay? Yeah. The pattern I use for each homework assignment. Okay? I give 25 questions. Total questions, 25. Okay? So each question, 4 points. Each. No matter it's an easy question or a difficult question, all 4 points. So in this way, I can, calculate the total points easily. Okay? The total points, 100, easily. Okay? Yeah. The question types, multiple choice, 1 type. Okay? short answers, another type, and then the third type, detailed solutions. Okay? Long answers, not short answers. You need to provide me the detailed solutions to solve some of the relatively hard questions. Yeah. So usually I do not give you many such questions, but you need to do certain number of full solution type questions. Okay? Yeah. Because I want to check if you know the whole procedure solving certain types of questions. Yeah. All right, so that's the homework. The time, usually I give you for each assignment. How much time? How many days do I give you? So usually 9 to 10 days. Less than 2 weeks. More than 1 week. So something between 1 and 2 weeks. All right. So that's the homework assignment. Then comprehension question sets. What's that? Because you need to do more self-practice exercises. If only one assignment for one test, you couldn't get plenty of practice chances. So for that reason, so I will give you many comprehension question sets. So understand the concepts. Okay? Yeah. All right? Yeah. So for each module, for each class, so typically for each class, I give you one set of comprehension questions. Okay? Yeah. The numbers can vary. Yeah. Sometimes more, sometimes so not many. Depends on the content of that class. Okay? Because I want you to have a chance to understand the concepts better. For the comprehension questions, when I post those questions, at the same time, I post the answers at the same time. Okay? You just do the self-study. You do not turn it in. Yeah. You do not turn it in. You just study by yourself. Yeah. Then check the answers and see, if you do it right or not. But don't worry. Yeah, because if you only compare the answers, you may not know why it is wrong, right? So don't worry. I will use my problem sections to explain some of the relatively hard questions. For easy questions, I do not need to spend time, but for relatively hard questions, I will explain why it is the answer like this. Okay? Yeah. But the comprehension questions, mainly, it's about concept questions, right? Understanding the concepts. If we only do practice on concepts, it is still not enough. Because for this algorithms class, we need to solve many computation questions. Many computation questions. So they are different from concept questions. Okay? So you need to find a solution. You need to apply some formulas to get answers. How do you practice that kind of questions? Right? Yeah. So here, although in my comprehension question, I include some of the computation questions, relatively easier computation questions. Yeah. But for more other questions, I like to give you some video problem sessions. Still part of our class material. Yeah. So you may like to see more examples. Yeah. So I will put more examples in our video lectures. Yeah. At a certain point, I use 1 or 2 videos to work on some examples. Yeah. In that way, so you have more chances to learn how to solve different types of problems. Okay, all right, so that's the, detail. Next, programming projects. 2 programming projects. Yeah. So here you can see total 30%. So don't miss, that's a pretty big portion of the class. Yeah. Because you need to really try to solve some problems, writing your own programs. That part is important. Yeah. So 2 projects, each one 15%. Yeah. Try to do a good job on those programming projects. Yeah. But here, based on my experience from previous semesters, so I like to point one thing out. Because every semester I had that problem. So I want to point out in this first video of the class. What's that? Some students copy the code of other students. Every semester I can find 2 or 3 such students. So this time I want to let you know, don't do that, because I can find that easily myself. Okay? Yeah. So let me tell you, how do I do the grading? Yeah. When I work on the grading of one programming project, I try to use one day. For example, Sunday, so I want to use that one day to go through, to grade all of your projects one by one. Why I put one day? Because when I graded each one, my memory is still pretty fresh, right? I know, oh, the student does it in this way. Yeah. The look is like this, the pattern, the features, the properties. So my memory still good enough to remember the details. Then when I work on different students, oh, why this part looks the same? The first, I can get that impression. Then I go there to compare the code, line by line. Okay? So in that way, many times I can catch those students who copy the code. Okay? Even some students modify, a little bit, I can detect, based on my experience. Yeah. So that's the reason I don't like to see that, because if I catch those students, I give 0. Okay, so it's a high risk. Yeah. So here I like to let you know. Yeah. Never do that. Okay. If you need extra time, you can let me know, but you have to do it by yourself. Okay? Yeah. All right, so that's the programming projects. All right. Then quizzes. 4 quizzes. Yeah. 4 quizzes. Yeah. Actually, I will give you 6 quizzes. Yeah. Not 4. Yeah. Because we will have 6 modules. Okay, yeah. Each module, after we finish one module, I give you 1 quiz on, in Canvas quiz. Yeah. Each quiz, I give you 10 questions. Okay. 10 questions. Okay, yeah. So each one also 4 points. So total 40 points. 40. Okay, yeah. The type, similar, yeah. Multiple choice, short answer, no full solution. Yeah, because the quiz, the software, the quiz canvas will grade it automatically. I enter the answers, so the software will check the answer. So for that reason, I cannot give you full solution type questions. So the software cannot read, understand, grade your complete solution. Yeah, so that's why we won't have that. Yeah. Yeah. All right, so 6 total, so you can drop 2 lowest scores. Yeah. So using the 4 highest, taking average, you're not average, yeah, but at the end, 16% for the total quiz part. Yeah. All right, yeah. So that's the A0.1. Yeah. The first video explaining the syllabus. Then we have the second one. Yeah. Second one will be a little shorter than the first one. Yeah. All right, so let's stop here for the first one.